All right, this is Neil Render here with RenderLife, and we are surely here today. We have a wonderful, wonderful audience and wonderful guests on this day. We've moved to Chicago to be able to strengthen the masses, and here we are. So surely on this day, we have Mrs. What's your name?
Charlene Johnson.
Go ahead, say it again.
Charlene Johnson.
And also Miss?
Shalon Banks.
Okay, Shirley, is that it? Shirley? And Shalon?
Yes.
Banks, wonderful. Where the money at?
Yeah.
So she said, "Come on now, where am I? All right now, come on. I'm fixing to go ahead and get hyped up. I'm just giddy like I don't know what." You know what I'm saying? So surely, ladies, on this day, what is a message that you want to let people know in Chicago, even in your personal life? What would you love to let Chicago know that we really need in this hour, and especially also during the election, and now that we have an elected official, now the president? How do you feel about all these different changes, or even in your personal life?
I think we need to get the drugs off the streets.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that we need to have God more in our life right now, because every day is always something happening. And I get tired of crying. We can't even walk the streets without somebody getting killed.
So this pain, when you say you're crying,
Yes.
how does that? How
Like,
does it really feel?
I'm
I
about to
know you're
cry
crying,
right
but
now,
How do you
but
feel about that?
It hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts bad. And then people they don't care.
They don't care. And where do you see this at on these streets? Where do you see this?
Madison, Pulaski, everywhere.
Okay.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
From Madison, Pulaski, it's from all the way to Florida now. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think we need a change in our life.
Even after this on this day, what is something you can do to be able to make a even small impact, but what is something you can personally do to make it your business that you won't have to see this pain in the streets?
Get them off the streets.
Get them off the streets. Miss Banks, what do you have to say about that?
It's a struggle, and we're gonna have to really, really pray for this world. Man, we need jobs.
So do you believe faith is a key point within the jobs opening up, within just doing better? How do you feel about that? What do you mean?
We definitely need faith. We need to come together.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, we have another. We need to come together and help one another. You know, we don't know what's going to happen since this new president, Donald Trump's in there. It's a scary feeling.
So when you say scary, like what kind of emotions is even just going on? I mean, just
when I woke up and found out that he won the president, I mean, I was really heartbroken. I was really sad because, you know, we got to think about us. We are living in a world that is you know, it's gonna be hard. Right. This man is really out for the riches, you know.
What is something that we as people, you know, whether, and we'll exclude as African Americans, but as people as a whole, can get prepared for in the days ahead in a prepared mindset? What would you encourage people to really get set up with?
To really, really step up their A game on trying to find employment, health insurance. We got to worry about all that. You know,
So you would have to want it. There has to
exactly.
be a desire.
You have to want it and go out for what you want.
Okay. All right.
You know.
And is there anything else you want to share or say? Because it would be remiss because I can get to going.
I think that we all need to be together and enjoy to make this this community better. I think we need to get these people off the streets and just go around and make a protest. You know what I'm saying? And like she said, more jobs. And need more churches.
You know, when I moved here, I started a storefront church, and really desired to not so much as say, well, do you know God? Do you know God? Do you know God? What church do you go to? But it's this. One thing I found out, people needed this one thing that they kept sharing. They say, we need work. I understand you need faith, definitely. But when you're able to employ a man or woman, and put finances in their pockets, a lot of these people, even in the audience right now, I know some of you are mothers, grandmothers, nephews, but yeah, come on now. Yeah. And the thing is, I know y'all need finances. Finances is very key. And sometimes people say, well, we don't need this, we don't need money, money definitely helps. Money does not answer all problems, but it does answer a lot of natural problems. If you need a shirt, money. If you need a hat, your looks, come on now, some of them women got them nice wigs, got their hair, they got that hair did. They got that hair, come on now. So you make sure to keep going.
Coming up on RenderLife with Neil Render Talk Show.
All right, thank you for joining us. Render Life with Neil Render, and this is your host, Neil Render here. On today, we have 3 wonderful guests that have a lot to share from the heart. And we have Bernadette, we have Rondami, and we have Shalonda. And definitely, one thing about it, go ahead and just wave to them. Let's go ahead and just wave. That's good. That's good. So definitely, it's so prevalent, it's vital, and it's crucial dealing with the things that's going on in Chicago. And it's vital topics such as we all know, and if you do not know, the violence and the killing, the murder that's going on in Chicago. And truly, this is not something that, with myself coming to the city, that I want to exclude myself from. I went straight in and I contacted people on the west side of Chicago, right here, to be able to speak on these issues and situations. And there was something destructive that had happened to Shalonda, and she's going to express thereof.
Yes. How everyone doing?
Hello.
My name is Shalonda, and I would like to talk about my son just recently over the past weekend. My 19-year-old son was shot. Him along with 4 other young men were shot. They were standing there having a conversation, and some guys drove by and just started shooting. And the thing is, he was on his way to work, to try to provide for his newborn baby that's on the way. And he was struck several times, the arm, the back, the leg, and in the feet. And I'm just glad and thank God that he poured out his grace and mercy on my son. And, he had a chance to live. Unfortunately, 2 of the other guys, they didn't make it. And I'm very sad about that. And it's just bad that here in Chicago, now basically on the west side, that there's a lot of violence going on. And then it's taking all of us by surprise. And the age is getting younger and younger and younger. And it's sad, it really is, and it just really needs to be something really done about it.
What do you think, Shalonda, that is fueling or growing the violence that's going on in as a young man? I'm a young man, but what are things that you see are unhealthy factors that promotes the killing?
Okay, I'm a 70s baby, and when we was coming up, we had a lot of structure. We had to be in the house before the street lights was on. We had to be on the porch, and we supposed to, when we come from school, you come home, do your homework, your brothers and sisters help you, and your neighbors looked out for one another, and it's none of that. It's no structure today with the 2000, I call them the millennium babies. I mean, it's not right. And I figured that if it was more structure, in the activity that in our worlds, that it wouldn't be so much violent and crime activity that's going on in the world. We need people to look out for each other. Like they say, it takes a village to raise a child, and it does. We need more people out there to give these young kids structure.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, too many days out of school for these young kids. When we was coming up, we didn't have them a lot of out days of school.
Right.
But now it's like every week it's 2 and 3 days out of school. And I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It really don't.
And when you say programs, just make sure I'm on tap. In-home, more structure in-home, and also community programs?
But both, in-home and outside the home. You know, if we could just get more, right, after-school programs, or we could get more young men.
Didn't you have that before?
Yes, we did. But if we had more gentlemen like you that's reaching out to the young people that's walking up and down the street,
Right.
trying to help and reach out to some of the young people, it'd be a much better place.
Right, and if you might be saying, it's, Rhonda, do you have anything you would like to add to that regarding?
Yeah, hello, my name is Rhonda. You know, she says she's a 70 baby. I'm actually a 60 baby, right? So I remember when I came to Chicago in 78, right? I mean, from North Carolina, that was a community. But back to her issue, in Chicago, I grew up on the west side, on Park side on Washington, right? And I mean, for real, I mean, like every summer, right, we had jobs. It was automatically. I'm talking about 15, 16, we had jobs. So we had to sweat no mama for this, that, and the other. We had jobs. So, I mean, they left. They gone. But it seemed like the money ain't gone, because our community money gone, but the money files in the system is still there, because I see, the reason I say that because I see other nationality people have ballparks, they have baseball parks, they have recreation centers. We used to have all that in the early 70s. It's gone. But I can go over there and hang out with that community and go and do all this, that. But when I come to this, you know what I'm saying, part of the town, and look at these nationality people, they don't have none of that over there. Even when our great leaders, right, Martin Luther King said, when he came to Chicago, out of traveling the world, he said on some national TV, he said Chicago is one of the racist, segregated. When he said segregated, he mean racist, that he ever seen. So pretty much to say this, it's been like that since like all the way up to, it was places called, you got to be out their neighborhood before dark.
That as soon as a harvest, God can definitely still instill mercy and peace. You could have been lost your mind, and the mind would have stayed going. It would have. I don't know what happened years ago, but your mind was in a different place than it is right now. Matter of fact, I'm speaking to a different woman. Believe it or not, there's and as you know, who you was and who you are now is two different. I know there's certain things that, if you will, is not. We're not all the way there yet. But I'm gonna show you wasn't who you used to be. And I speak blessing. I speak peace over your life. I speak serenity. I speak gentleness, even as you sleep and lay down. Even when you're in the living, certain things run across your mind when you're in that living. I don't know, the kitchen or living in your mind. There's certain things about what happened. Why didn't I? But I speak life over you this day. I give life. I speak life. Additionally, 100-fold over your life. That it ain't over. I don't care. I understand it might be certain things possible and whatnot go on. And it may be something but you do have such a special love, though.